Hey guys, it's Phantom's Ex-Listener back again with another Phantom's Ex-Listener video here, and today I bring you part 2 finally, after 2 months. Casey Jones, Ex-Listener, part 2, featured Donatello. It's called Yandere Love, where both Donnie and Casey are polysexual, and they have to share you. No, Donnie and Casey aren't dating, but if you ship Casey and Donnie, then yes, it is up to you how you'd rather see it. So, if my memory can recall, I left you guys on a cliffhanger where you guys were playing 7 Minutes in Heaven, or Donatello got jealous of you hanging out with Casey a little too much, and he shoved you guys into the closet, and you guys were kind of quote-unquote forced to play 7 Minutes in Heaven. But since this channel is friendly, I am not going to do that part. On live, I will explain something. So I hope you guys enjoy my Instagram Discord link server. Songs that I used and wattpad will all be in the description below. So always check the description for my Discord, my Insta, wattpad, and the songs that I use, so you don't have to go in the chat or in the comments to look. Let's get straight into it. We're going to continue the series that we've all been waiting, and then secondly, since I am going to mainly be doing 2012, Tough Love is back, basically, where I did 2012 Raph with you guys. There is a difference though, even though Raphael is spelled the same way. The way they spell Raph is R-A-F, and Raph for 2018 is R-A-P-H. But anyway, after you and Casey got out of the closet some way, he had his hockey stick in that closet where he stored it so no one could break it. He broke out of the closet and said, "Yo, Donnie, what is your problem?" Donnie shrugged and said, "Oh well, not my problem." It technically is your problem, jerk. Anyway, listener, you okay? He reached out his hand. You nodded and said, "Yeah, I don't know what's gotten into Donnie lately. I don't know. Maybe we should just go up, you know." Donnie was mad at himself, but he wanted to be forgiven, so maybe later. Casey walked you over to your apartment and said, "I thought that was going to be maybe a fun party, but why would he lock us in the closet for 7 minutes in heaven? We're friends. That's just weird." He rubbed the back of his neck. "Yeah, I could say so myself, but it was a really fun night though. We got to go ice skating. We probably would throw pizzas at the neighbors, but we would get in trouble for that. But thanks, Casey, for walking me home." You gave him a forehead smooch. "I'll see you later. Maybe tomorrow at, how about 7:30? 7:30 it is. See you later, hockey player." "Nice, princess," or your gender. He walked away. He bumped in face to face with Donnie. They both said to each other, "What are you doing here? Where did you come from?" Donnie scarfed and said, "Look, just let me talk first, then you can talk. Anyway, why didn't you just take your dumb little opportunity with your crush in the closet?" "Well, because we're just friends, you dumbhead." "Not dumb. You're acting dumb." "Hold on, I need some tea." "How am I acting dumb? Look, you won't admit that you like listener. You actually heard the fight from your apartment window, so you opened it up and listened what to Donnie was saying. You looked down and said, 'Donnie, Casey, are they still gonna get in a fight again?' You were about to jump out, but before you did, you listened to Donnie. Why won't you admit that you have a dumb crush on them? That's why I locked you up in the closet with 7 minutes in heaven to see if you guys would kiss. Oh yeah? Well, why won't you admit your dumb little crush to them? And then he gasped, aka Donnie, he gasped while holding his notebooks. See? See what it's like to get accused? Now out of my way, Donnie. So you gasped to know that 2 of your best friends both liked you. But the plot twist is, of course, this always happens in my videos, you also liked both of them back. Donnie with his shy, trying to act all dumb. This is my headcanon, by the way. My headcanon about Rise Donnie is that he's a switch. But mine's about 2012 Donnie is that he tries to act dumb, but he actually isn't. He's just a complete bottom. Let me just put my phone to charge before it dies, and then I won't get to do the rest of it, like my live that happened yesterday when I was meeting some of you guys. But anyway, Donnie went up to your apartment and knocked at the door, saying you forgot some of your books there, quote unquote, just so he can stay there. You say, yeah, Donnie, you could come in. Were you and Casey fighting again? He got startled by that, so you kind of heard an eep. No, we weren't. Not at all. He flipped through some pages, writing some things down. Then why did I see you guys outside? You know, probably saying dumb things to each other. Not dumb, truthful and reasonable. He was the one being dumb. Hey, come on, can't you guys get along for once? He said, patting his head. No, we don't get along. Maybe sometimes, but Casey's just been an ass these days. Please forgive me for my careless language. Well, I hope you guys can, get along a little sooner before I end up moving out of this place and never seeing you guys again. Fine. Look, I was willing to tell you something for a long time, listener. Is that, how do I say this? So he was holding a little rose made out of paper that he made in probably 2 seconds. So, I had a crush on you since we met. I got over April after I heard she had a boyfriend. Of course, I was heartbroken. I was shattered. But then I laid my eyes on you and realized how I was wrong. That I fell in love with the wrong person. Would you be my partner? He held out the rose. You blushed. Your face was basically a tomato. Take a sip of this tea. You accepted the rose, but you said, I don't know, Don. Maybe? He said, maybe? Question mark? Various question marks at the end. You didn't want to deny his cute and adorable little offer, so you say, of course. Why wouldn't I accept? You say, cupping his face. They would have turtle tails, okay? I would not deny putting on my versions of 2012 turtles, cute little turtle tails. His little turtle tail started to wag, and he said, really? You would be my partner with me? Of course, why wouldn't I? You gave him a head smooch again. He was very excited. He was just happy stimming. After he went away, he immediately started texting you from his shell phone. Instead of cell phone, shell phone. And he was just spamming you hearts that he loved you and everything, and you spammed him back. Just that cute little love flowing in the air. Very next day, it was probably 7:30 in the morning. Your alarm just went off. You throw something at it like a pillow. It shut off, and you said, ugh, I hate college. You got ready, struggled to put your boots on, and ran downstairs, probably had a cup of coffee or two, and met up with Casey. Casey said, well, look who's early. Not a surprise, is it? You say, giving him a little nudge. Ow, hey. So, how's yesterday? Or how's your sleeping, beauty? It was okay. You probably got no sleep. I did get sleep. You look sleepless, like a vampire, you say. Says the one who hasn't slept in years. Well, off we go to separate classes. Shake on it, shake on it. You guys shook on it as you went to separate classes. But at lunchtime, okay, so this is basically, so what I do in my videos, I basically one-shot these. Basically like, example, Casey Jones X Reader one-shots. Basically, it just goes straight forward, not like, continuing the chapters. So let's say like this, yesterday, yesterday, Donnie confessed to you, and then the very next day, Casey is going to confess to you. So basically, I'm trying to pick up pace quickly, so it won't take that long, and I don't want complaints. So at lunchtime, let's say Casey sat next to you. Anyway, let's say that in lunchtime, Casey came up to you, or sat next to you, and said, hey, I have a very important topic to talk to you about. And you said, and what is it? Well, I was meaning to tell you this like a long time ago. But so I didn't. So what? Anyway, I don't want to get off topic here. He looked you straight in the eyes. Look, listener, I like you. Okay? He faced away and said, that's childish. Never mind. You had a grip on his hand and say, hey, sit back down. He sat back down and said, you said, it's not childish. And what do you mean by you like me? Of course, I can tell you probably have a crush on me, but why? Well, because, I like your personality, how you are, and etc. I just, I wanted to ask you if you wanted to be my partner. And you say, Casey, I can't. He says, and why is that? You don't have a boyfriend, do you? You faced away and said, well, I do now. He says, since when? I knew you single since you were a kid. So, I started dating Donnie. He gasped and said, Donnie boy. Donnie, you'd pick a turtle over... Look, how about we settle this when we get to the lair? He walked away. Ooh, the drama. Once you two got to the lair, Donnie, of course, with his ignorance like he is towards Casey, said, look who showed up. Casey said, yeah, you already know why I'm here. I'd figure you'd figure out one way or another, or they would just tell you. Now, listener, it's one or the other. Because if me and Casey decided to be in a relationship with you both at the same time, I figured we wouldn't get along. And you said, look, I can't choose. If I like you both equally, I like you both equally. I am not going to love one or another more. I just share half and half equally. And then Casey said, so you wouldn't cuddle a turtle way more than me? You said, Casey, shut your mouth. Alright, okay, jeez. But I bet they would spend more time around me. And you said, see, you guys spend all day and night running your mouths, competing with each other. How about you two sit in a room with each other in complete silence and try to get along, instead of hanging out with me? God, geez, I would rather hang out with you than with this moron. Moron, you're the moron here. And they got into an argument. Take a sip of this tea before you finally separated them. Enough, you two. Look, it's final. I know if it's one or the other, but you need to accept, especially you, Donatello, that I love you both equally. Okay? Like, I'm going to spend time with you two equally, especially down here in the lair. I'm not going to sneak out and probably like spend time with one and then sneak out, spend time with the other secretly. No. It's both equally. Done. There. Argument settled. Donnie, wanting to be a sweetheart, he said, fine. Just, I wanted to keep you away from that thing. But I'll accept it. Thing? Fine. Guess I won't argue with this turtle lizard thing anyway. Lizard? You both gave them the death stare. They said, oh, okay, we won't argue. You smiled and said, good. Now I'm going to leave you two in here, and you talk. You left for about 15 minutes and came back with pizza. Those two were facing away with each other the whole time with their arms crossed. And you said, well, did you talk? Casey said, I didn't want to talk. Neither did I. You shrugged and said, at least you two didn't fight. Did you? No, not at all. Good, because I got pizza. Without Mikey knowing, of course. Here. Now, we need to work this out. Maybe later, but one thing that I wanted to try out tonight is group cuddles. They both looked at each other, then looked at you, then looked at each other again and said, group cuddles. Never. You're either spending 15 minutes with each and every one of us. I did not mean to say each and every one of us, trust me, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. You're either spending time 15 minutes with both of us, or it's nothing. They looked at the wall again. It's either both, or it's either none, remember? Both scarfed. Fine. We'll at least try. Guess. Later on, after pizza, you guys got in bed and Casey was on your left side, Donnie was on your right side. They both cuddled you, but they were also looking at each other and gave each other the death stare. And Casey said, what? No, you. What? Stop looking at me, jeez. You looked at me first. Did not. Did not. I called dibs on nuzzling them. How? I called dibs on nuzzling them. Well, too bad. You felt Donatello nuzzling you while Casey was just like snuggling your chest or something. He was still upset that he didn't get to nuzzle you, but at least it worked out in the end. In the morning, both of them were laying down like on your chest, and they looked like they were quite enjoying it. And they just like, they didn't wake up. They didn't probably like scream at each other in disgust. You just felt proud of yourself that you actually got to work out the relationship. That's all for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I did this video very quickly at a quick pace, and I tried to like remember what was on my script, and I had to like mix some things in there because I actually haven't practiced their voices at all. So it's been hard for me to like do their voices. I'm sorry, I haven't had my tea in a little bit. So on the third episode, I hope you guys will enjoy it. I will go live for at least an hour or a little bit so we can talk. I will tell you guys in the live what I want to talk about. So if you either want to watch my video or go live with me, then that is fine. My Instagram, Discord link server, Wattpad, and songs that I use will be in the description below. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the live stream. Bye!